Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my top 10 favorite fall lipsticks. I love fall. I've already done top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes, and there's something about fall and lipsticks. I think they just works so well, and I'm excited to share them with you. So if you guys are interested, continue watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tania, and I'd love for you to subscribe down below. So I will insert swatches of all these on my lips. However, I did not put a lip liner with this. A lip liner, I think, in my opinion, is a must no matter what, unless you have a lip balm or something like that. But a lip liner can really make the lipstick look different. Like, for example, the one I'm wearing today is much more muted. I mean, it's still intense, but it's just not quite this intense without a lip liner. So keep that in mind. Mostly for fall, get yourself some nice deeper browns, even to pair with reds. I think a red and brown, they make such a good team. But I did want to show you the true color on my lips without lip liners. That way you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I have been sick. This is the first day I kind of feel okay to film. So my voice is a little different, but also the lipsticks will swatch. I don't want to say bad, but like my lips were so dry. You know, when you've been sick and like your lips and your nose, this whole area is dry. That's what's been happening. I try to kind of use lip scrubs and things like that to remove anything that needs to be removed, but I still have quite a lot of, you know, dry skin on my lips and things like that. So just keep that in mind. If there's something off in the swatches, it's probably because my lips are very, very dry. You know, this was not the smartest video for me to record right now, but I really wanted to get this out because fall is here. I'm going to start with what I'm wearing today right now, and I did pair this one with a lip liner. The lip liner I used is from Isom, and this has two parts. It's in the color Nude, but I went with a deeper one. And on me it's quite deep and chocolatey, so I put that on the outside. And this is my first recommendation, and one of my favorites is the Huda Beauty. This is in her cream formula, not the matte one, and it is Boss Chick. This is the cream lipstick. So this is a very moisturizing. It definitely has a sheen to it. See, I swatched it next to the liner I used, and you can see how the liner has just definitely changed the way that the lipstick looks on me. But I love this formula from Huda. I love the color. I think it's so perfect for fall. It applies so smooth, so creamy. My lips feel very hydrated. It has a beautiful, slightly glowy finish, and I think it is perfect for fall. I actually like this one even by itself. I don't think you necessarily need to pair it with a lip liner, but I thought that this would be kind of cool to wear today because I really feel like it. My next one is this Chanel. This is from their newer collection, the Nude collection. This is a Rouge Allure in 209 Alter Ego. Now I swatched this one right here in comparing this with Huda, because on the lips I thought they looked kind of similar, and I wanted to swatch them together. The Huda one is a little bit more burgundy, a little deeper. The Chanel one is a little smoother, and it has more of a red undertone rather than this like deeper burgundy color. The Huda one is much creamier, then the Chanel is almost just smoother. Now the Chanel one I've just discovered, I think last month, and I love it. If I pair the Chanel one with a lipstick, I can definitely make it look a little bit deeper, a little bit just more intense, but it is also absolutely beautiful on its own in the fall, just as a go-to lipstick. I think it is gorgeous. I love the undertone. The formula is incredible. Quite pricey, but even swatching the Huda and the Chanel together, the Chanel is just smoother. It just goes on a little smoother, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. They have multiple shades that I think would be great for fall, but this is the one that I have, and I have been using this color so much since I bought it, and it's gorgeous. If you're looking for a good everyday fall color that's not too much, but you could almost dress it up with a lip liner and make it a little bit more night out, I think this is a beautiful. Of course, this is all depending on your skin tone. So these just work for my skin tone. Another one that kind of reminds me of the same kind of not fully opaque, but buildable formula, and it's still creamy and has shine to it, is this Merit lipstick. This is in the color Tiger, and I've had this for quite some time and I love it. I think it is perfect for fall, and not just fall. I think you can actually wear this all the time because it is that sheer formula, but you can really build up this color. You can have just a wash of it, or you can, you know, have it a little bit deeper. I'm repeating myself, but use a lip liner to just bring some of the tones that you like in this lipstick, and it is gorgeous. This is also a kind of everyday lipstick, but it's a little bit more intense, a little bit more folly. Also, the undertone is perfect. I want to swatch this next to the Chanel one. So the Merit one is right here, and it has more of that kind of red, burnt red undertone. And this, compared to that one, leans a little bit more pinky. And, you know, if I swatch the Huda next to it, you can definitely tell that Huda is much deeper. It's more opaque than the other ones. And it definitely has a little bit more of that brownie, a pinky undertone to it. Burgundy. I definitely think the Chanel one is the most wearable, then the Merit, and then the Huda definitely has more of a depth and kick to it. I think this Huda one would be beautiful on deeper skin tone, just more as a nude color. Absolutely gorgeous. So I have picked two reds that I think would be beautiful for fall. One's a little bit brighter and one's a little bit deeper, but I love the formula. However, the first one I'm going to talk about, I could not include it because it's such a beautiful fall color. But I have issues with it. This is the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Cinnabar. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the formula, with the way it sits on the lips, with the colors, just amazing. However, I would say 60-70% of my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks are broken, and I did not drop them. Nothing happened. I mean, this whole thing will come right off. It is destroyed, and I'm quite upset because I would use her lipsticks so much more if they weren't broken. So I kind of want to depot them and put them in like a palette, but at the same time, am I really gonna use that personally? Now, I use lip palettes in my kit all the time, but am I gonna take a brush every day and like apply it? I don't think so. So maybe I should just put up with it. And anyway, that's a big issue that I have with a lot of her formula, her lipsticks. It's mainly the matte ones, but guys, look at this color. It is the most beautiful velvety red, deep red, and it's absolutely perfect for fall. I mean, it goes on the lips so well. It's creamy. It's not too drying. It's definitely a matte formula. And I find this color to be absolutely incredible. If I wear this, somebody will for sure stop me and ask me what I have on my lips. And the other red, I decided to go for this Christian Dior. This is their new matte formula, Rouge Dior Forever. This is in 840, and it is more of a brighter red. And I still decided to put it here because I think this paired with a deeper, more brownie red lip liner is an absolutely perfect red for fall. This already has more of that like deeper burnt brick kind of red tone to it. It has a little bit of that orange in it, but it's not quite as deep. So pairing this with like a brown lip liner, let's just take this one that I've already used. Those two, if you smudge them together, it gives you that deeper, nicer red. I think it's beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit more red on top of that, and it would be a beautiful, stunning red for fall. Now I wear it just like this. The formula of this is so innovative and just creamy, but at the same time they last on your lips all day long. It will fade if you eat oily foods like a burger. It will fade, but it'll fade kind of pretty. Now this isn't the most nourishing, just creamy lipstick. It is creamy when you apply it, but it does dry down to a full matte. And I've heard some people say that that's too dry for them, and I can see that, but overall I don't consider this to be very drying on my lips. It's nothing like a liquid lipstick. And for it to hold this well, I will put up with a little bit of dryness for my red lipstick to not move everywhere. I literally can kiss my kids with this bright red lipstick on and it will not transfer. It is beautiful, very innovative and creative formula. Now the next one I want to talk about is these from Nars. These are very comparable to the Dior lipstick, like in formula wise. They're still that very creamy on initial application and then they dry down. I will say that these Nars ones, okay, let me tell you the name first. This is the Powermatte lipstick, and I have here two colors, and I'm going to talk just a little bit about the colors, but the formula is a little lighter. It's not quite as thick as the Dior one. So on the lips, it's even more comfortable than the Dior one. These never go quite that intense dry, but are still pretty good at being transfer proof. Now, with these, I've had issues with this color, Killer Queen, just rubbing off, like moving off, but it was because of this combination. I've been using this Bioderma to kind of wipe off the lips swatches off my lips in that video. I think it was my trying new Sephora product, and ooh, that fell right on the microphone. And I noticed that the Killer Queen was acting so bad, and in that video I said that I need to try them on more and let you guys know, but I have used these more. I didn't have that issue, and I really think it's something with my makeup remover that I used in combination. This is not a good match, okay? So don't use that. However, I love this formula. So the colors I chose for this is No Angel. This is more of a brownie color on me. This is supposed to be more nude, but on me looks quite, you know, more fall brown, just because I'm more fair. And then the Killer Queen is also a beautiful, a little bit deeper. It has a little bit of a more rosy undertone, burgundy rather than brown, but I think it is absolutely perfect for fall. I have another one, I think American Woman, that's definitely lighter, so I wouldn't consider that being a fall appropriate. I mean, any nude is good for fall, but I think these colors are really beautiful if you want to get into that fall season. And the formula is very comfortable. I think it's more comfortable than the Dior one, but it's not quite as long lasting as the Dior one. So the next lipstick is the matte lipsticks from Rare Beauty. First of all, the formula of these are so good. They are kind of light in texture. They're not thick at all, but they give you like full pigment on the lips. And they're a comfortable matte. They're not super drying. Actually, after swatching, you know, the Nars and the Dior one, putting this on was like, oh, that's so easy. Yet you still have that more matte look. I wouldn't say these are pure matte, like powdery matte, but they don't have any like actual sheen to them. To me, the formula is very comfortable. They have incredible colors, and I just think they're a good price point. Also, the lip liners are amazing. But the color I wanted to talk about today is the color Wise. And I think this color is beautiful for fall. It's a little bit more on the cooler tones, but still appropriate for fall. It's still a little deep for me. If I pair it again with a different lip liner, a deeper lip liner, it could be really more intense. But I really, in my fall collection, I do want to have something that's not orange or brown or intense brick red. I think this is absolutely perfect. And honestly, this is the most nude or maybe wearable for every day as well, because you could put just a little bit of it, or you could build it up and have it a little bit more just deeper. I think the formula is incredible. The price is good, and they have beautiful colors. There's a deeper one that I want, like, is it strong? Like, it's really deep, and I wanted to pick that up and just see if I like the color for this video, but they didn't have it. It was sold out at my local Sephora, so I'm just gonna stick with that one. But go in store, I think they have them almost at every Sephora. Swatch them and just see what you think, because the price is really good and the formula and colors are impeccable. So the last three are more of a liquid lipstick. They're not drying. None of these are drying. They're all like a different formula. So I'm going to start with this one. This is Makeup by Mario, and the color here is Mocha Latte. Now, I really love this formula. It's almost like a whipped formula, and it is very thick, but in a good way, in a whipped kind of way. It actually reminds me of the next one I'm going to talk about, but I think this color is perfect for fall. It's not too brown, even though it is a brown, but it has a little bit of that rosiness under the undertone of a rosiness where it works. Again, it is a brown color, but from, you know, what you kind of take out and you see, you're like, oh wow. But once you swatch it, I feel like it melts into something much more wearable than you expected. Again, I think if you have a deeper skin tone, this is just such a good nude for you. But for me, this is a beautiful, deep brownie color, and I love the formula. They're very comfortable, and with these, you can combine them, but you can also like kind of feather it out and have more of a wash of color, and it gives you almost that powdery look to your lips. Look at that. That's a beautiful color on its own, but you could also build it up like that. I usually wear it kind of in between. I focus it more on the outside, and on the inner part, I like take my finger and kind of just move that product around. Wow, I'm so terrible at explaining things. Let's try that again. I put this as almost a liner, and then I take my finger and kind of bring it in the center. That way it gives a little bit more dimension. It's not too dark, and yeah, the formula is very easy to blend out. Again, it's almost like a thicker mousse formula. We're almost done. Okay, the next one is this Giorgio Armani. This is in the color 209. Oh, there's like so many 209s in here. This is the Lip Maestro, and if you have not tried this formula, you kind of have to, because it is so good. So this is the color that I picked. It looks very brown, and it is, but it really comes off on the lips more of a brownie, deep brownie red. The key with this, I think, is to do the same as the Makeup by Mario one and kind of spread it out with your fingers. I think the formula is incredible, very easy to wear, beautiful on the lips. It is not drying at all. It almost has, again, that moussey texture, not quite as much as Makeup by Mario, but still has it there. However, there's a negative with this, is that the product tends to move. So if you apply too much product in the center, you kind of have to take your finger and spread it out. Because of the texture, I don't know, it kind of moves, not outside of your lips, until it dries down. Once it's dried down, you don't have a problem with it. But that's what I like to do with this. I usually use a lip liner with this, put the product kind of in the center, and then use my finger to spread it out and then apply another coat. If you have lighter colors of this, you don't have that issue, but since this is so deep, I do find myself just having to use my finger just to make sure it's spread evenly. I make this sound like such a bad lipstick, but it really is not. The formula is very interesting, and I think you just need to learn to use it. Mostly such a deep color, but this color is... it screams fall. You can make it really deep, like with a really dark brown lip liner, or you can sheer it out and like put a dot in the center and like use your finger and rub it just all everywhere, and you're gonna have almost that like stain kind of look. And I kept the best for last, and this color to me is a true brownie fall color, and the formula is also, I think, my favorite out of all of them, and that is this Nars lipstick. This is in Slow Ride, and this is a liquid lipstick, but it is never drying. That is a perfect brownie fall color. I have had so many compliments wearing this lipstick by you guys, by people on the street, at the grocery store. This is a gorgeous fall color, and this formula from Nars, I've had it. I have a red from them, a more nude color, and then I picked this one because my sister kind of reminded me of this when we were on vacation, and it is a perfect liquid lipstick matte formula, but not drying. You do not feel this on your lips. It is an amazing formula, and I think a lot more people should talk about this because it's quite perfect. This could absolutely be my everyday fall color. It lasts so well. The color's perfect. It's comfortable, and it puts me in the fall vibe. So these are my top 10 fall lipsticks in my collection. If you guys have any recommendations, leave them down below. I want to know. I'm curious. Other people, I'm sure, want to know what is your favorite fall lipstick. That's a tongue twister for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.